Shalom. Just the brother Shakar here with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak, Quadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing this work without righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom. I just wanted to get into this article going into how Russia, okay, and this was from 7 hours ago, but I guess last week they vetoed a draft solution, okay, going against, okay, the nuclear weapons, okay, being put up in space. But let me go ahead and let me just read the article. It's from Quartz. It says, this is funny, on top it says Star Wars, because hey, that's exactly the program, okay, that these devils started, man, back in around 1984, okay, under Ronald Reagan. But the article says Russia is fueling more tension, see, with the U.S. over nuclear weapons in space. It says the draft resolution, okay, sponsored by the U.S. and Japan, would have reaffirmed a ban, see, already put forth by the Outer Space Treaty. See, and I'm gonna read down. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. It says last week, Russia unsurprisingly vetoed, see, a draft resolution to prevent the placement of nuclear weapons in orbit. It says Russia's rejection, see, of the United Nations resolution is not a clear indication that it possesses orbital, okay, arsenal. See, that's what weapons in space. It says that could destroy satellite constellations, but it shows that the country is not wavering under U.S. pressure to give up on developing its anti-satellite weapons. Let me jump down here. It says, let me go ahead and jump down here. I'm not, like I said, I don't want to read the whole thing. It says the resolution, see, would have called the prohibiting of the deployment of nuclear weapons or other weapons of mass destruction in space. The draft is in compliance with the 1967 Outer Space Treaty, which was signed by the U.S. and Russia, preventing nuclear weapons being placed in space. Or on celestial bodies. Says in the draft resolution, the U.S. and Japan called for countries to contribute actively to the objective of the peaceful use of outer space and of the prevention of the arms race in outer space. It says in response to Russia's rejection of the UN resolution, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan issued a statement that read, see, as we have noted previously, the United States assesses that Russia is developing a new satellite carrying a nuclear device. It says we have heard President Putin say publicly that Russia has no intention, see, of deploying nuclear weapons in space. See, it says if that were the case, Russia would not have vetoed the resolution. So these devils, okay, they're scared that Russia is gonna, that Russia's gonna put some type of nuclear weapon, okay, up in space, man. See, but the thing is that these devils, okay, back in 1984, okay, they started, which was called the Star Wars program, man, under Ronald Reagan. See, I got an article on that. It's just going to how, hey, these devils, man, they're nothing but liars. Of course, okay, they don't want Russia, putting their weapons up there, but these devils, can't prove it, okay, but these weapons, these devils have weapons up there, man. These devils have continued to build, okay, some type of space program. Why? Because they know that they're going to have to go to war, okay, against who the world English calls Jesus the Christ, man. Yahushua is coming back, saying these devils know it, man. They know that they're going to have to fight against the Lord. But let me get that article here. Well, it's from Wikipedia. Let me get this from Wikipedia. It says Strategic Defense Initiative. It says the Strategic Defense Initiative, nicknamed, see, the Star Wars program, see, was a proposed missile defense system, see, intended to protect the United States. See if I can read a little bit more into it. From attack by ballistic strategic nuclear weapons, see, intercontinental ballistic missiles, see, and submarine launched ballistic missiles. It says the concept was announced on March 23rd, 1983 by President Ronald Reagan, see, a vocal critic of the doctrine of mutually assured destruction. See, mad. That's because, hey, if all out nuclear war breaks out, man, there's going to be no winner, man. It's going to be total destruction. It says, which he described as a suicide pact. It says Reagan called upon American scientists and engineers to develop a system that would render nuclear weapons obsolete. See, elements of the program reemerged, see, in 2019, see, with the Space Development Agency, the SDA. See, so these devils, man, they haven't stopped. You know, they're continuing, okay, to, even though they made that treaty, say they're nothing but liars, man. They haven't stopped developing, okay, their space program. But now that Russia wants to put, okay, some type of a weapon up there, okay, now these devils are up in arms, man. See, all these devils do is, man, is try to police the earth, man. But they run everything, see, in wickedness, man. But let me get rid of let me get rid of that. Well, let me get rid of that. We don't need that no more. But let me get to some precepts now, because hey, these devils are nothing but liars, man. You know, the scripture says what? That they were born speaking lies. Let's get that. Let's go to the book of, let me see, I don't need that. Salakio. Bear with me while this loads up. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 58. And let's go to verse 3. And it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb, so they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. See, now the wicked, you go back to what, Malachi, okay, 1 and 4. Okay, Esau, Edom, they're the wicked, man. The scripture says they are the border of wickedness. Let's get that real quick, then we'll come back, just to prove that. Malachi chapter 1, and let's go right to the point. Verse 4, it says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, see, but we will return and rebuild the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshav host, they shall rebuild. See, and this is going to go right into the lesson. Okay, going into the Renaissance period. Okay, you go into that word Renaissance, it's a rebirth. See, and that's exactly what these devils did. Okay, when they came back. Okay, when they when they went down as the Western Roman Empire, then you had something called the so-called Dark Ages, or the Byzantine era. Okay, where Jake was in rulership, and this was in Europe. Okay, but it says they shall rebuild. See, but I will throw down. The Lord said, yeah, you're gonna build. Okay, you're gonna come back into power. You see, and that's exactly what these devils, have done, man. And they've been in power ever since, until this day. It says, but I will throw down, see, and they shall call them, this is the point, the border of wickedness, see, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai had indignation forever. See, so, hey, they're the wicked, man. They're the border of wickedness. No matter where Esau has been, scattered to, they're the wicked. But let's go back to Psalms, back to chapter 58, and let's read verse 3 again. And it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb, so they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That mean they come out as babies and they're lying already? No, it just means it's in their it's in their makeup, man. See, the scripture says that what, that the spirit that is in them is not upright. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk, just to prove that. Chapter 2, and let's go to verse 4. And it says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, meaning he's a very proud man. That's what this devil is, man. Very prideful. It says, again, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. See, but the just shall live by his faith. See, the soul, see, that is in him. See, it's not upright. His spirit's not right, man. So that's why he's nothing but a liar, man. Everything that he pushes is falsehoods. The scripture says what? That he's the let me get that real quick with that. Psalms chapter 144. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 144, and verse 8. It says, whose mouth speaketh vanity, see, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood, man. See, and it also says what? They are the strange children, man. Because all these devils do is lie, man. See, they were born speaking lies. Okay, that their spirit that is in them, okay, is not right, man. They're liars. And this is what they do. They were set up, what? To deceive the world, man. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 13 and verse 4. And it says, but ye are forgers of lies. See, ye are all physicians of no value. That's all they do is lie, man. And that's what they were set up to be, man. They were set up to be, bringers of falsehoods, man. They were set up to bring forth lies, man, and to deceive the world. And this is what they've done. Let's go back to Psalms, the 58th chapter. And it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. It says they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Again, because the spirit that is in them is not right, man. They're not right. It says their poison is like the poison of a serpent, because it all goes back to that serpent in the garden, man. Okay, that witch. Okay, when you go into that word serpent, and Lord's will, we'll get it. It's going into a diviner, man, an enchanter. Okay, and that's these devils, man. Everything that they push forth is through what? Is through their witchcraft, man. Their lies. It says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. Their poison, okay, again, going back to what? Their philosophy, man. The wine, okay, the lies that they push forth. It says they are like the deaf adder that stoppeth their ear, which would not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. See, those charmers is speaking about the prophets. The Lord has set up men, okay, to bring out this truth, but these devils, they don't want to hear it, man. They want to continue in their falsehoods. They want to continue, okay, pushing their lies. But that's exactly, okay, what they were set up to do, man. They were set up to bring forth, okay, their bullshit. Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 20, and let's go to verse 1. And it says, and I saw an angel, see, come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, see, and a great chain in his hand. Now that great chain, okay, represents a slavery or captivity. That angel is speaking about Yahweh Shai, man. It says having the key, see, of the bottomless pit. See, that bottomless pit is referring to Europe, okay? And Europe is that pit. Why? Because it lacks natural resources. You see, it doesn't have that fertile ground, okay, to produce natural resources. So it's referred here to what? To that bottomless pit. Let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras. Let's prove that, that the land, okay, a landmass can be referred to as a pit. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5. Let me see, where's it at? Yep, I'm going to start off in verse 23. It says, and said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, see, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee only one vine. It says, and of all the lands of the whole world, see, thou hast chosen thee one pit. See, so the pit, okay, is referred to as a land, man. See, and of all the flowers thereof, see, one lily. It says, and of all the depths of the sea, see, thou hast filled thee one river. See, and of all the builded cities, thou hast hollowed Zion unto thyself. See, this just showing you that, hey, everything's about Israel, man, Zion, the Israelites. But again, okay, that pit, okay, can be likened to a land. So when you go back to Revelation, the 20th chapter, okay, when it speaks about that bottomless pit, see, it's speaking about the land of Europe. Again, for what? It's lack of natural resources, man. It's mainly an import. It mainly relies on import. Okay, it says, and he laid hold on that dragon. See, that old serpent, see, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. See, when you got Christians that read this, they think that's speaking about the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, but it's not, man. This is speaking about Esau, man. Okay, when you go into the dragon, okay, that dragon is speaking about, okay, the Roman Empire, man. See, right now, we're currently in the revised Roman Empire. You see, and when you go into that old serpent, it's going back to that serpent, okay, that was in the garden, speaking about that witch, okay, that warlock. Let's go, let's get that real quick. Let's prove that. Let's go to Genesis chapter 3. And let's go to verse 1. Let's get that serpent. Let's get the word serpent there. See, and it's H5175. So lucky I can't play it because I got it on Do Not Disturb, but you can see it. It says Nahas, or Nakash. Nakash. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Lucky. It says serpent, snake, serpent. Okay, which, I mean, we know that, man, that serpent in the garden was not a snake, man. You know how you got the Christians, they like to say, well, it was a snake, okay, that gave Eve an apple. No, man, that's the fruit, okay, speaking about, okay, the doctrine, the philosophy, okay, the bullshit that this damn devil, okay, was beguiling Eve with. You see, but we got to go here to the root word, okay, which again was his nakash, same word, but it's going to give you a different meaning. Look, it says to practice divination, divine, observe signs. It says learn by experience, diligently observe. See, practice fortune telling, to take as an omen. It says to practice divination, to observe the signs or omens. Let's go to the Strong's definition. See, it says properly to hiss. It says, i.e., to whisper a magic spell, generally to prognosticate, certainly divine, enchanter, enchantment, learned by experience, indeed diligently observe. So hey, this is speaking about a witch, man. You go here to the lexicon. It says to practice divination, to divine, to observe signs, man. So hey, that serpent in the garden, okay, it wasn't speaking about the spiritual demon Satan. No, it was either a man, okay, or a group of men, okay, that had beguiled Eve, man. You see, they fed Eve lies, okay, and she ate it all up, and then she gave it to her husband, okay, Adam, okay, and then he ate it up, man. You see, but let's go back to Revelation 20. And it says, and he laid a hold on the dragon, that old serpent, okay, going back to that serpent in the garden. It says, and that dragon, speaking about the Roman Empire, man. And right now we're living currently in the revised Roman Empire. It says, which is the devil, okay, devil, see, and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. See, when you go into that word devil, let's go into it. Let's go back and get that definition. Just trying to prove, hey, that this is not speaking about the spiritual demon Satan. Now, this is speaking about Esau, okay, the so-called white man. Let's go to Revelation 20, and let's get that word devil. And then we're also going to get the word Satan while we're there. The devil, it's the Diablos. It's a G1228. And it says prone to slanderous, accusing falsely. See, a calumniator, says false accuser, slanderer. But this is what we want. We want this one here. Metaphorically, is to apply, listen, to a man who, by opposing the cause of the Most High, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. You see, you have, because right now you have these devils. Okay, they're pretty much Satan's children, man, because the Satan is the spirit. Okay, so he's using his physical counterparts. Okay, the Edomites, man, to do his bidding, man. Let's prove that. Let's go to the book of 2 Thessalonians. Chapter 2, and I'm going to try to get right to the point. And I'll start off in verse 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity see, doth already work. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and start at 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be fallen away first. See, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, okay, the son of destruction, man. Going into it's speaking about Esau, man. It says that falling away, okay, came in the time of 70 AD, okay, when the Roman Empire sieged Jerusalem. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, see, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. See, and that's his devil, man, Esau. He has a God complex. You see, he wants to be like the Most High. And the scriptures tell you this. Let's go real quick to, the book of Isaiah chapter 14, and let me start at 12. And it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Now, again, Christians, when they see the word Lucifer, which is only mentioned one time in the scriptures, and that's right here in Isaiah, the 14th chapter and the 12th verse. Say you go into that word Lucifer, okay, it's light bearers, bearers of light. Let's get it. I'll come back to this. Yeah, because, whenever they see Lucifer, man, they think that's speaking about the spiritual demon Satan, when it's actually referring to what the light bearers, okay, which now you would call them what? The Illuminati, okay? This is H1966, and against Lucky, I can't play it. It says, Lucifer, light bearer, see? Shining one, morning star, Lucifer. It says the king of Babylon, see, it says, and Satan, okay, but that's not referring to Satan, man. That's something that these devils put in, okay, again, because they're the deceivers, man, and this is what they do, Let me see if there's anything else here. Nope, that's about it. Just wanted to get that, it's speaking about the light bearers, okay, and the light bearers, okay, again, which we would refer to in this time, that's speaking about the Illuminati, okay, those are the ones that have the power, okay, those in the power seat. Scripture says what? The earth is given over to the hand of the wicked, man, and right now they're currently what? They're currently in that position, okay, they're in that position of power, man. It was given into their hands. Let's go back to Isaiah the 14th chapter. And again, let's read that again. Verse 12, it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, okay, those light bearers, son of the morning, how art thou cut off to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Now, did Satan come and weaken the nations? No. This is speaking about America, okay, Babylon the Great, okay? This is speaking about those that are in that power seat. Those are in the positions of power. You see, and they weaken the nations through what? Through their philosophies, man. Okay, that funky wine that they push. Okay, Babylon was a golden cup in my hand. Let's get that real quick. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. And it says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yoshai's hand. See, that made all the earth drunken. See, and the nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. You see? And that's exactly what this devil's done, man. He's weakened the nations through the bullshit that it pushes. Democracy, okay, which leads to what? Feminism. Then you got the alphabet group, man, everywhere. The alphabet crew, okay? That's been spread all through these nations, man. From who? From these damn devils, man. They go and they push forth, okay, their damn wickedness, man, all over the whole earth. Let's go back to Isaiah the 14th chapter. And it says, again, for thou hast said in thy heart, see, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. See, I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation in the sides of the north. Speaking here about what? North America, man. This devil right now, he's ruling, okay, he's ruling the earth, okay, but they're here in America, Babylon the Great, man. That's where Esau is ruling out of. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. See, I will be like the Most High, man. See, he has a God complex, man. He wants to be like the power of Yahweh, man. You see? But let's go back to 2 Thessalonians. Let's go back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And again, it says, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he is the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. See, again, going back to what? Lucifer, man, the light bearers. Again, who you would refer to as the Illuminati, man, the elites. Yeah, but, you have them in charge, okay? But all these devils, they're all devils. All these Edomites, okay, the so-called white man, they're all devils. You see? There's not one good devil, man. Of course, it begins with the elites. Okay, they're the ones in charge. Okay, but all these devils, man, are all part of coming against the Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai, man. They're all part of it. It says, remember ye not, see, that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. See, and now you know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. See, the Lord had to set up where this devil was going to be revealed in a certain time, man. You see, during the time of the Roman Empire, okay, that wasn't the time. Okay, now is the time when this devil is being revealed. Listen, it says, for the mystery, see, of iniquity doth already work. See, speaking about the Roman Empire, man. It says, only he now that letteth, only he now letteth will let. See, until he be taken out of the way. So the Lord, again, he had it set up where, hey, this devil's, him being revealed, okay, wasn't yet, man. It wasn't the time. Okay, but now we're in that time. Look, see, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, see, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Ultimately, Yahweh Shai is going to come, okay, with the hosts of heaven, okay, to bring down this devil's rulership. Okay, but right now, this devil is being revealed, okay, by the spirit of the Lord's mouth, going into what? The prophets and the men of the Lord, man. You see, and you've had the men of the Lord out here for what? For decades, man. Okay, bringing out this truth of who this devil is. But more and more, hey, this devil is being exposed. You see? It says, listen, even him, listen, whose coming is after the working of Satan. See, with all power and signs and lying wonders. You see, again, you get a Christian that reads this, they start speaking about an antichrist. No, the scripture says there are many. The scripture says there are many antichrists. So whoever is against the Lord, okay, and his commandments, that's an antichrist. You see? Whoever is not worshiping Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai, you're an antichrist. Again, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. So this is speaking about him, speaking about Esau, man. Okay, again, beginning with those light bearers, Lucifer. Okay, but then, it going back to all these Edomites. Again, there's not one good, not one. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. See, with all power and science, and lying wonders. Again, going back to what? Their philosophies. Okay, that wine that they push, man. Okay, and they done that, and they pushed that, and they pushed those lies, okay, to all nations, man. Okay, and they deceive the world. Okay, especially, our people, man, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and you so-called Native Americans, because this is what they do, man. They're nothing but liars. You see, so again, this is not speaking about the spiritual demon Satan. This is speaking about Esau, man, the so-called white man. So let's go back to Revelation. Actually, let's go back to the blue letter, because there was a couple. I wanted to get that word Satan as well. Revelation chapter 20. And let's get that word Satan. So when you go into that word devil, again, diabolos. See, it could be a man acting out, okay, as he were the spiritual demon Satan, man, and that's exactly what these devils are, man. They're the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon, man, of the spiritual demon Satan. So let's go to that word Satan now. Satanas. It's a G4567. And again, I can't play it, Salakia. But see, the adversary, one who opposes another or purpose or act. See, the name given to. See, it says the prince of evil spirits. Again, yeah, there is a spiritual demon Satan. Okay, but this is not speaking about that. This is speaking about an adversary. Okay, those who are adverse. Okay, to the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, those who are adverse. Okay, to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. And it's speaking about this damn devil Esau, man. And right here, look, it says on the anointed's return from heaven, say he will bound. See, this is not right, man. This is speaking about Esau, being put in chains, being put in Europe, being bound up for 1,000 years, that he wouldn't go and deceive the nations, and we'll get back to it. That's basically it. Just go into that word Satan, which is just an adversary. And that's exactly who this man is, man. Esau. He's adverse, to the Lord, man. He's adverse to the Lord and his commandments. So let's go back to let's go back to the book of Revelation, the 20th chapter. And let's read verse 2 again. It says, and he laid hold on that dragon, see, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, see, and bound him 1,000 years. Again, this is speaking about Esau, man. We just proved that. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, into Europe, see, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should not deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. Now, when you read the Revelation, the 20th chapter, there's 2,000-year periods here. So it jumps. When you go to verse 4, it's speaking about the 1,000-year millennial reign, in the kingdom. So we have to jump down to verse 7. It says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, see, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. See, and he shall go out to deceive the nations, see, which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is the sand of the sea. See, and that's why, as we read the article earlier, see, Gog and Magog, well, Gog of Magog, see, speaking about these Russians. See, that's why, as we read let's read that article again. See, in those 1,000 years now, this devil has been let out, man. He's been let out during the time of the Renaissance period. Let's read that article again. It says, well, at least it says Russia is fueling more tensions, see, with the U.S. over nuclear weapons in space. Means that's why you see these tensions, coming up, man. That's why you see these tensions coming up, between Russia and the United States, because this devil, was let out, of his captivity, his 1,000-year captivity, to deceive the world, man. And we just read that in Revelation, we just read that in Revelation, the 20th chapter, that he's going to be let out for 1,000 years. See, and he shall go out to deceive the nations, which are in the four quarters of the earth. See, Gog and Magog. So again, this is just playing into prophecy, man. That, hey, Russia is going to come against, America, Babylon the Great, man. And ultimately, Russia's going to be what? The leader, in those nations that are going to destroy, this damn whore, man. Babylon the Great. But let's go, let me see. Yeah, let me get that as far as the Renaissance goes. Yeah, we don't need that article anymore. Renaissance. It says, see, the Renaissance is a period in history and cultural movement marking the transition, listen, from the Middle Ages to modernity, covering the 15th to 16th centuries and characterized by an effort to revive, let me read, it says, to revive and surpass the ideas and achievements of classical and antiquity. It was associated with great social change in most fields and disciplines, including, listen, art, architecture, politics, literature, exploration, and science. You see? And that's exactly what the Renaissance period has done, man. It's brought back, okay, that Roman Empire, man. That's why you got, see, you see the pictures here? That's why you got a Renaissance art. Okay, you know, the earth was given over to the wicked, man. Let's get that real quick. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. And it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So who did this? Whose pictures are in this art, man? It's a so-called white man, man. Look at that. Everything is whitewashed. Iconoclasm. Look at that. See, this is exactly what they've done, man. During this time, okay, of the Renaissance period, this is exactly what they've done. They've whitewashed everything, okay, because Jake was in rulership, man, during the so-called dark ages, that Byzantine era. See, it says that that Satan was going to be bound for 1,000 years. So that's around the time, okay, of the so-called dark ages. He even has the pictures of the Last Supper, Mona Lisa, the birth of Venus, all bullshit, man. All this is all part of Esau's deception, okay, all a part of his lies. And we'll get rid of that. We don't need that no more. Just wanted to show you that, okay, when you go into the Renaissance, it actually means what? Rebirth, man. And this is exactly what they've done. They rebirthed, okay, they rebirthed the Roman Empire, man. That little horn, okay, that lived, okay. Let's get that real quick. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13. I believe it's verse 3. Yeah, see, and I saw one of his heads as they were wounded to death. See, and his head and his deadly wound was healed. See, and the world wondered after the beast. See, that deadly wound, okay, you know, because why? Because the deadly wound going into what? The downfall, okay, of the Western Roman Empire, man. Okay? But then it was revived, okay, through the Renaissance period. See, I got a note here. Let me see what it says. Going back to what? Daniel 7 and 8. The little horn, see, is America, Babylon the Great. Let's get that. Daniel, this is the book of Daniel. Chapter 7 and verse 8. See, and it says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them, see, another little horn, which whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. See, going into what the Revolutionary Wars, you had the French, the Spanish, and the British, right? It says plucked up by the roots, and behold, in this horn were like the eyes, see, of man, and see, and a mouth speaking great things, see, being very proud, man. See, and that little horn, okay, is speaking, okay, again, about America, Babylon the Great, man, being revived, okay, you know, because right now, again, we're in that revived or revised, okay, Roman Empire, man. And that's that little horn, man. That was a little horn that was wounded to death. Let's get that again. Revelation 13 and 3. See, and I saw one of his heads as they were wounded to death. See, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast, man. See, and that's, again, that little horn is speaking about America, man. And right now, okay, they're in that current position of rulership, man. They're ruling the world, man, through Esau. Edom is ruling the world, okay, through America, Babylon the Great. NATO and the EU, man, which makes up what? That revised, which makes up, okay, that beast system, man, which is basically the revised Roman Empire. All right, let's go. Well, let me get I got a couple more things here off of Google, okay, pages off of Google. One going into what? So we can turn that off. I mean, we can take that out, the Renaissance, and let's go right here to the Middle Ages, just to prove to you, okay, that the Middle Ages, okay, lasted roughly about 1,000 years. That Byzantine era, okay, or so-called dark ages. You see, you know why? Because it was Jake in rulership, man. Even though they were ruling in wickedness, and nonetheless they were in rulership. That's why you just had Vladimir Putin, okay, pull out all those Russian icons, showing you that Jake, they were ruling back in Europe, man. You see, yet you had dark-skinned people, man, ruling. But these devils, they've done a good job, okay, of hiding it, okay, but not good enough. Like you said, now you know now it's been revealed, okay, through the power and spirit Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He put the spirit upon Putin, man, to let out these icons, man. You know, to show the world, okay, you know, who truly are the people of the scriptures, man. And you see that Renaissance art. But let me read a little bit of this, and then we'll move on. It says, in the history of Europe, see, the Middle Ages or medieval period, also spelt medieval or medieval, okay, lasted approximately, listen, from 500 AD to 1500. You see? 1,000 years, man. This devil was bound up for 1,000 years. See, this is that time period, okay, where Jake was ruling, man. This devil was pretty much, you know, chased up into what? Into those mountains, man. The clefts of the rocks. It says, although some prefer, see, other start and end dates, which, I mean, you know, like I said, again, it's roughly about 1,000 years. It says the Middle Ages is the second of three traditional divisions of Western history: antiquity, medieval, and modern major developments, and include predominance of agriculture in the economy and exploitation of the peasantry, slow interregional communication, the importance of interpersonal relations and power structure, and fragility of state bureaucracy. It says the medieval period is itself sometimes subdivided into early, high, and late Middle Ages. See, and the early medieval period is alternatively referred to as the Dark Ages. You see, just going back to proving, that this was the time period, okay, where Jake was in rulership, man, during the so-called Dark Ages or the Byzantine era, man. And it's going to go on to tell you here. I'm not going to read it all. It says the movements of the peoples led to the disintegration of the Roman Empire and the rise of new kingdoms. See, so the Roman Empire, it fell, man. So in the post-Roman world, taxation declined, the army was financed to land grants, and the blending of the later Roman civilization and the invaders' traditions is well documented. So the Eastern Roman Empire, see, or Byzantine, okay, which was also referred to what? As the Holy, okay, Roman Empire. Again, this is when Jake was in rulership, man. Survived but lost the Middle East and North Africa to Muslim conquerors, okay, in the 7th century. Let me read down again. Or maybe that's it. That's it, man. I mean, you know, you can research it. You can look into it yourself, okay? So, you know, I was, again, just proving, hey, that Byzantine era, okay, or the so-called Dark Ages lasted about 1,000 years, man. And that was the time frame of this devil being what? Put into those chains, okay, put into captivity, okay, so he wouldn't be able to deceive the world, okay, but he was let out, okay, of that 1,000-year, you know, of being bound, okay, to what? To come out and deceive the world, man. And that's exactly what this devil has done. He's deceived, okay, the world, okay, through his bullshit. Again, through his Renaissance, man, through his revised Roman Empire. You see? But like I said, I went through all that just to prove, okay, now when you go into that war in heaven, let's get that. Revelation chapter 12, and let's go to verse 7. It says, and there was war in heaven. See, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. See, this was Michael fighting against the spiritual demon Satan. No, he's fighting against that dragon. Okay, right now, you know, that's the revised Roman Empire, man. You say Esau, okay, you know, NATO and the EU. It says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. So Esau, he lost his rulership. Michael is coming back, okay, to wage war, okay, against these devils. Yahushua, you have Michael, and you got the host of heaven, okay, coming down to what? To bring this devil down. It says, and the great dragon was cast out. See, again, that old serpent, listen, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. We just read all that. It says, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and the strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. Listen, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down. See, accuser, man, going into what? This devil. It says, which accused them before our power day and night, man. That's why right now, he's the accuser of the brethren, man. He set up all these lies, all these deceits, okay, in Jacob, okay, all the tribes from Judah to Issachar, okay, they eat all that shit up, man. All this bullshit that this devil pushes, through his, and we always bring it out through his music, through his food, through his movie industry. Okay, you got all this gang culture, okay, that they push, man, which is all set up to destroy, Jacob, man, to put Jacob against each other, man, and that's part of and that's all part of their deceit, man, to keep us to keep Jacob, okay, in a very low condition, man, and that's what they've done. And what do? They sit there and they accuse. Okay, they accuse us to the Lord, saying, look what your people are doing. But it was them devils, okay, that set all this up, man. They're the ones that push all this bullshit, okay? Now, is Jacob right, okay, for following along? No. That's why 2/3 of our people, okay, they got to be destroyed, man. But let me get one more. Just again, just wanted, going into that article, just reminded me of how Esau lies, okay, which, I mean, he is the father of lies, okay, and then them going into not wanting Russia, okay, to put weapons in space, when these devils, okay, they've been doing it, okay, since 1983, 1984, man. You see, they're the biggest hypocrites, okay, there is, man. You see, again, when it comes to Russia wanting to do it, they're all up in arms. But these devils, they understand and they know, okay, that the Lord is coming back, okay, and they're getting ready to fight the Lord, man. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And they're going to lose horribly. Let's go to 2nd Esdras, and I'm going to go through it quick. Again, Salakia, if I was kind of all over the place, I didn't really have anything prepared other than a few, pages in Google, okay, that I looked up real quick. But let me go here to 2nd Esdras 13:3. It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong, okay, with the thousands of heaven. So speaking of Yahweh Shai, okay, going back to Revelation, the 19th chapter, he come to judge and make war, man. See, and then you're gonna have the host of heaven following him, man. Okay, they're gonna be in those white clouds, okay, them chariots, which the world England calls UFOs. Again, it says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. See, all the angels. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And say, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth when it feeleth the fire. It says, and the earth as I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number, and from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So, hey, when World War III is going, when they're going at it in World War III, and they're gonna stop, man. They're gonna stop to fight against the Lord, man. You see, but they're gonna lose horribly, man. It says, and it says, but I beheld, and lo, he had engraved himself, see, a great mountain, and flew upon it. See, a great mountain going into that fathership. Okay, that huge chariot, man, that Yahweh Shai is coming in. It says, but I would have seen the region or place where the hill was graven, see, and I could not. See, he was looking for a mountain, okay, that was misplaced, but, no, it wasn't a mountain, man. It was a huge chariot. Again, speaking of that fathership. So, and after this, I beheld, and lo, all they that were gathered together to subdue him, see, were sore afraid, and yet durst fight, man. You see, they were afraid, but yet the Lord is going to put the spirit upon them, okay, to fight against it, because the Lord, he's a man of war, man. He wants to fight, okay? He wants to fight, but it's not gonna be a fight at all, man. The Lord's gonna destroy him. Look, and lo, As he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as that had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, going into what? That laser fire, man. That concentrated, fire, which is those laser beams. It says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence, listen, upon the multitude who was prepared to fight, and burned them up, everyone, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Man, so hey man, Yahweh Shai, man, he burned them all up, man. Okay, with that laser fire, man. And again, you're gonna have Michael, okay, and you're gonna have the other angels, man. They're all gonna be getting down against Esau, man. Okay, Esau and then these other nations. Why? Because they're all gonna come together to fight the Lord. Okay, but they're not gonna prevail, man. They're gonna lose again. They're gonna lose miserably. You see, that's why. Again, that's why. Going back to that article, that's why they got that Star Wars program, man, and they haven't stopped, man. I can't prove it. I can't prove it, but hey, these devils are nothing but liars, man. You go back to what their treaties. Okay, well, actually, I had one more article because it said, in that article it said they had that treaty. Okay, in 1967, that they had set up, for the nations not to put, nuclear weapons in space. But look what they've done, man. They broke all these treaties, with the so-called Native Americans. Look, from 1778 to 1871, the United States government entered into more than 500 treaties with the Native American tribes. All of these treaties have been since violated in some way or outright broken by the U.S. government. See, with Native Americans and First Nations people still fighting for the treaty rights, that's enough. I'm not going to go more into it. But hey, these devils, hey man, they're nothing but liars, man. They so that treaty that they made back, against putting these weapons in space, these devils broke it. You see, again, I can't prove it, but they did it. Okay, by their track record, these devils are nothing but liars, man, forgers of lies, as we read earlier. So with that, Lord's will, I just wanted to, like I said, bring out a lesson. I guess it was a little lengthy, but just going through the spirit, man, just wanted to bring out something in regards to that article, man. That these devils, they're nothing but liars, man. They're liars, okay, and they're getting ready, man. They're getting ready to set up, to fight against the Lord, man. But they're not gonna be able to defeat the Lord, man. They're gonna get their asses handed to them. You see. So with that, Lord's will, this lesson was edifying. I want to close out. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.